now, let's go to Arnold. Oh, wait, were we just talking to Arnold? My screen is messing up now. Okay, so thank you, Arnold, for your call. Let's go to Dr. Kabir in Ohio, first-time caller.
Mama, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, all the realities notwithstanding. I hope you are too. I
wanted to thank you for your passion on these issues because we need it more now than ever. I just want to say that it's important that we call things what they are. America is actually in the midst of a revolution. Historians will call it the Second American Revolution. But, sometimes things aren't called what they are in their time. Like the Harlem Renaissance wasn't named Harlem Renaissance until 20 years after it ended because it was the new Negro movement at first. So we're in a revolutionary time, but the revolutionary time is invoking something in us as a people that we had to deal with called arrested development. The majority of people in America, black and white, are children. They have the psychological age of 12 years old. And because children can't handle maturity, but in a revolutionary time, you become an adult very quickly.
Yeah.
Because what's happening now is people are not being radicalized because of what's happening. They're being radicalized by how quickly it is happening. So from critical race theory, we had to go to punctuated equilibrium theory. And all that's happening is the equilibrium is being punctuated faster than we can reestablish it. So if I keep you dizzy, you won't know what to do. And in puncture, because I did 22 years in the military, how you punctuate equilibrium is you have to create a systemic process where people don't know what's normal anymore. Voltaire says anyone who can make you believe an absurdity can make you commit an atrocity. As we see the atrocities in Minnesota, as we see the atrocity, and I say atrocity from the most guttural sense of the word, because the idea that there is 40% of this country that is willing to kill another 40 while the other 20 just watches. And we have to come to grips with that. And so I encourage people, first off, I don't encourage reading books right now because you don't read in a revolution, you fight. The time for
but you're not going to know what to fight. If you ain't read nothing, you're going to be listening to fools that tell you we okay because you're foundational. Too many people didn't read enough. They're going to have to read and fight. We're going to have to walk and chew gum at the same time. Go ahead. Final comment. Go ahead.
So King said we were integrated to a burning house.
Yeah.
There's a really good book called Learning in a House That Is Burning. Okay, so if my house is burning, now I need what's called mentorship. I need people who already done the reading, who can give me the instructions, because in the military, we have operational people, we have tactical people, and strategic people. The problem that we run into is our strategic people are doing practical work, and they're getting burnt out on the ground. We can't allow our strategic... See, the people who read the books, who are already prepared for what's happening, they're leaving the country because they know it's time to leave.
Yep.
Because they know 80% of black people in America cannot leave if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to...
Well, no. I wouldn't say... I don't agree with that. I don't think 80% of black people couldn't leave if they wanted to. I believe 80% of black people don't want to leave. And part of the reason I think 80% of black people... you think the migrants who are walking for miles, they got finances? Now, they might have to pay some mules.
But I would only submit to you that it's not leaving. It's... A lot of us have a plantation mentality. We don't like to leave our city, our home, our neighborhood, our state. We're afraid to travel. We're afraid of new experiences. That is a direct intergenerational trauma from an enslaved, colonized mentality. So we can leave maybe financially, but we're afraid of new things, of new people, of new language, of new food.
And I would suggest that we're also afraid that if we believe what the white man told us about this being the best plantation on the planet, we believe the white man's ice is colder. But for a lot of people watching that young brother I Show Speed and introducing them to the beauty and the complexities and the dynamism of Africa, a lot of us still thought Africa was a bunch of huts. So, and it's funny, you mentioned that book, Learning in a Burning House. I have that book. I'm now holding it in my hand. I had to look behind me. I was like, I think I got that book, by Sonia Douglas Horsford, Educational Inequality, Ideology, and Disintegration. Extraordinarily important information. But you said some important things here that I think we really do need to think about, because it is difficult to read while you're on the run, right? So I'm feeling more leaning into what you were saying, but we are going to have to also demand a level of accountability and humility, because there's a lot of people who have been led to believe that just because they feel something, that is the correct thing. And there's some folks who are like, I can't believe she's talking about FBA. I'm already seeing some of the YouTube comments. Y'all want to forget who played a role, but we can't forget who played a role, and they must continuously be called out, because otherwise you will have black people like Ty's friends and cousins listening to them still. So that's one of the reasons we cannot allow ourselves to forget who helped to contribute to this. And I know it wasn't just that. I know there were a lot of other complicating factors, but I'm talking to us right now. And far too many of us right now were willing to believe that absurdity that Dr. Kabir was just talking about. We believe that absurdity, and so we committed atrocities by abdicating our own power. But you're saying some things, sir. I'm going to have to rewind this particular call and listen to it again, because I think there are some real seeds of power to what it is that you had to say. Thank you so much for being a part of the Call-In family and for sharing this concept, or these concepts, and helping us to unpack some of this. Let's get some more